I get cut out of this thing.
Catatonic.
Great lighting. It'll be nice to have light from outside again someday.
I was hoping
Look,
that
this big mop of hair.
You know what I think? Oh,
look like a hippie.
You know what I think? I'm gonna get myself for Christmas. I'm gonna buy myself.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, y'all.
Whoever's out there.
I want to get one of those things where you attach it on the computer and it makes you look young again.
That's asking a lot. That might be asking a little too much.
Hey, whatever. So we'll start off by thanking some people for.
Well, I don't know if there's anybody here really. I mean,
I mean, like the ones, the ones that
okay,
maybe if they show up later, I don't know.
Go for it.
Vicky from Living in the Moment. I don't know if she's subscribed or watching this channel, but thank you for the card. We got
does she
a Christmas
usually comment
card.
on yours?
Vicky from Living in the Moment, not my sister Vicky.
I just said, does she usually comment on yours instead of our? You said this channel.
Does
she show up more on yours?
She has.
Okay.
Who else? Tom, but maybe we'll wait till if Tom shows up on.
Well, if we see him
here,
we'll say.
Who else? Nona Grace.
Nona Grace.
Thank you for the card, and we appreciate that.
Is anyone out there?
Has everyone gone to bed already? Or well, I could say I could start off by saying
my mom said she thought she'd be home.
Hey, Heather.
There's Heather.
It's Heather's birthday. Happy birthday. And hi, Melissa and Taylor.
Happy birthday.
I love living in a small town. I saw Melissa at Walmart, and then I also saw William and Rita, our friends, at Walmart. So we all had a little powwow in the fruits and vegetables.
We told you to have a powwow.
Yeah, Brian's hair.
So what else?
He needs a haircut. I'm
getting a haircut. I hate it. Sorry, Melissa.
He has been complaining. He has the audacity to complain that he has to use too much shampoo.
I swear.
You don't even know.
Hey, I didn't. Your thing is your thing. I'm just telling you, it's crazy. I can't get my hair to lather in the shower. I can't do it. I don't understand. It's crazy. It's too much hair.
I see what I saw. Did you just hear something?
I kind of did, but there's not someone outside, is there?
Oh boy, I'm thinking of that Mr. Ballin episode where.
Can you look outside?
Was Brian, it a horn? I love your hair longer.
Is that Taylor?
Was that a horn? Did you say?
Yeah. Well, I didn't hear
what
it was.
Having
I was
your
kind of
hair
laughing or talking
down to your waist. Oh, I used to have very long hair.
I can't imagine.
It is crazy. I don't know if it was you or one of my other ex-husbands that used to lay on my hair, and I would be like, "I'm trapped. Let me out."
That wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I don't know. I mean,
do you still want me to look outside, or is it too late?
It might be a little late now.
They're coming in now. It's Melissa. Anyway, what I was going to say.
It.
Be quiet.
I hate it.
So I wanted you to wait until after we get the house built, and then we'll do like a makeover.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
Why?
I tried to let it go. It's driving me insane. I hate it.
Oh my gosh. I'm having a brain freeze, but I'm not eating anything. It hurts. My brain hurts.
The worst is when you get it caught under your arm when you go to get out of bed or have to hold it up to keep it out of the toilet.
Yeah. Why is your head in the toilet? I know, because mine used to do the same thing. I used to have friends that some of my friends would hold my hair while my head was in the toilet.
I bet that was a common occurrence.
I'm not proud of that, but can you read? The worst is when. Oh,
I read it. Wow.
Sorry.
Can you read that message that you already read?
Well,
okay, so
what do we got going on?
Well, what's been happening?
I went on a little trip. Oh, I know who I need to thank. Craig and Nikki.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'm tired. You want to tell it?
No, you tell it.
I went to a hotel because Craig and Nikki have our friends have a timeshare and they live in Tucson, but they got a room in Tucson. Hi,
Hey,
Malin
Dad,
and Dad.
Moran.
So they have the timeshare and they have some family coming in, so they got a room in Tucson, but they could only get it if they got it on these certain days.
Yeah.
So
So basically, the first 2 nights they weren't really using it. Family's
right.
not coming till today, I guess.
So I went there by myself and I had a 2-bedroom giant hotel room to myself.
I stayed here and worked.
Giant shower. I felt so bad, but just
I was working till dark.
it's okay though.
Thanks, Heather.
What?
She said, exciting seeing the new progress on your place.
Thank
it is
you.
pretty exciting for us too.
Hello, Mark. Oh my gosh.
Like you could be a rock star in a 90s hairband. I know it's not that long, but
this
I
is this right?
I think it is right? Mark. I think it's Mark and Michelle.
Yes.
Mark and Michelle? Did I get it?
Yes.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. We got a box today. Apparently it was in the delivery area for a week now.
I just found out that my mom sent me a Christmas present that was in our delivery box for a week.
Oh, there's Common Man Tom. Thank you. We got your Christmas card today.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
I finally went and checked the PO box, and it was very crowded in there. Like
we got it right, Mark and Michelle. That's what I thought.
Off-grid Patriot. Okay, that's cool.
It was in the cold shed. Yeah, if it had been food, it would have been perfectly fine.
So Brian told me not to open, or he said that he didn't know if you'd want him to open the box, so I opened the box.
I said it was a Christmas present, and while I was on the ladder, Pam opened it.
I couldn't stand it. If I see a box, I have to open it.
That's what she does.
But thank you for my gift, and it fit perfectly. I got some tactical pants. I got lots of pockets now, and I can't see very well, but
I don't know. I am the same. I don't know. It's just
I see boxes.
I can wait. I could have waited, but
when I was younger, we would sometimes like open the presents and then rewrap them. Did you ever do that?
Oh, my brothers and sisters, of course, would have done that.
Oh, of course, you didn't do it, huh?
I didn't. But yeah, we also gave my mom and dad a hard time to try and open presents like a day early or something. And I think we eventually got them to let us do like one on Christmas Eve or something, but
it wasn't wrapped.
Pam opened it.
It wasn't wrapped, so
I guess it's a good thing. It actually said, since it was closed, there was a slip in there that said, you had 7 days to try it on and return it or something, but I think our 7 days are up already.
Well, we needed it.
Hey, David.
So I needed those pants.
The house looks amazing.
I needed whatever was in the box.
Glad the heavy lifting is almost over. Yeah. So
hi, David.
So speaking of, let's get into it. So here we are. Okay, we got a little crowd now.
Here we go.
So let's talk about what we've been doing.
Oh my
last
gosh.
week, what did we talk about? Okay, how far did we get last week? Because Craig and Nikki just came.
We had just put the trusses up.
Yeah, Craig and Nikki just came this past Sunday, right? So
your mom asked
new info. With the book. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's something I haven't even researched yet.
We got an Earthen Floor book.
Yeah. So we know we want to do an earthen floor, and we have vague ideas on how to do that. We've watched some videos and things like that, but we haven't really gotten into detail of kind of researching how to do it, and a lot of the things that you can do. You can color it and do different things. So yes, that definitely will help.
I can't wait to do that.
But so if I repeat anything from last week, try and stop me. But I don't think we talked. So this is all new work now that I'm talking. So Hang on.
What was the
What
hardest
was the
part?
hardest part of the truss work? With Pam filming and laughing, it was hard to tell. Oh, so yeah, so
I'm sorry I laughed too much.
we had a great day. This was, our videos tend to run a little bit behind. I think that's about a week or so behind, right? Of
Yours
where
do.
we're really at, but yeah, mine do. But so what you saw was day one of only 2 days of trusses. They're done now, of course, but you haven't seen the video yet for the second day. There will be a second day video.
Have you you
Um,
haven't even gotten the one with Jim and
the first one, no, the first one went out
Don.
yesterday, which was Sherry and Scott and Caden.
Wow,
So the next one
this is
will
gonna
be.
you're gonna have to start doing 2 a week,
Don't
but you
worry
don't
about
have
it.
time.
Yeah, I might have to squeeze some work in too. Anyway, so what you've seen so far was the first day of trust work, and it was good. It was good to have Scott and Kate, and just kind of have fun because it was a learning process, right? I mean, even though we had done something like that over at Bill's, it was different. It was our own. It was a little different, even though they were very similar. Everything's a little different. So it took us a while to figure some stuff out. What was the hardest part? What was the hardest part?
Trying to get Scott to fill in all the holes for the
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Watching
not here
Scott.
yet. Oh,
Actually, it's funny. Not even Scott. It was everybody. The palm nailer, as great as the palm nailer is, if you've ever used a palm nailer, especially with some of the longer nails. So we did both long nails and short nails, depending on what you're nailing into, right? So when you go into the sides of an inch and a half truss, you're using a short nail. But when you go into the top plate, which is wide, use a longer nail. Well, longer nails, just like with a hammer, longer nails bend easier or get out of whack easier. So I would actually say the hardest part was, even though the palm nailer is great, and I'm glad we had it, sometimes if you're not careful, it'll start to bend nails. And once what is with a palm nailer, what is a nice quick task, it's a lot easier, a lot faster than nailing in with a hammer. When you get off and you bend that thing, it's a whole production to try and pull a nail out of a thing, and it's so
um,
that'll slow you down a lot. Just one little bent nail, and it happens, every now and then,
were you
especially with people that weren't familiar with a palm nailer. Um,
so where are you going with this? Did you get off
he
on a
asked what the
tangent?
hardest part was, and I
Oh,
said, "Well, when the nails bend, basically it slows you down."
did all the
Um,
time you spent leveling the bales and straps pay off? Definitely. It looks
yes,
very level.
it
Oh
looked
my
very level and
gosh.
plywood seems.
This
Yes,
thing is so
so
it's
yes.
very true to the
So
SketchUp.
a little sneak preview that you guys get in here, because my videos tend to run behind. I'll just jump ahead. So there will be a second video which will show some other people, a different crew, and we'll be doing the remaining 12 trusses. We did 6 on
Can
that
we
first
say
day.
who?
We did
Is it a
6.
surprise?
We did 6 on that first
I
day.
think we talked about it last
And
week.
it was a slow start, and we had to do the end trusses, which are kind of unique, and you don't have anything to brace them with when you do the end trusses. So there's a little more work involved there. So the remaining 12 went a lot faster. So that video will be coming. And then we've even moved beyond that. And this is the new work that's happened. Um, we've done almost all of the sheathing. So what you were asking about with the time we spent, absolutely. So everything turned out really nice and square and everything. The trusses landed really well. I mean, there were minor little gaps, at the ends of the trusses to the box beam and everything. I mean, just the tiniest little. And when we're doing the sheathing, that's when, if anybody's ever done sheathing, that's when you really find out whether you've got a square or structure, right? Because when you start to put that plywood on there, especially when you're running in a long stretch, if anything is out of whack, that plywood will start to travel and get off, the line you're
Oh,
trying to.
that's
And
scary.
and as you go more and more rows of plywood, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So
I'm glad that didn't happen.
so the good news is we're almost done with the sheathing, and it is going very well. Again, there were some minor, it's almost impossible not to have a little here and there where you miss, the thing doesn't fall right where you want it to. But we're doing really well, and I think it's because I put all that time in
And
earlier. So
also, if you want to skip ahead a little bit and see,
right.
I put stuff on Instagram and on my channel.
I think a lot of people here watch Simply Pam, so you probably do know that we've gotten where we've gotten to.
Oh,
But my videos
that's
tend to run a little
and
behind.
that's something I wanted to talk about because I get confused on like what you're going to use of my footage, and I think Craig actually said something
He's crazy.
yesterday.
He's wrong.
He thinks that we both put out the exact same video,
I don't think
but
so.
I don't think we did. I think they may be similar.
You may from time to time see the same piece of footage in some of our videos, but even if you did, there's a likelihood that it's going to be edited a little differently between the two.
Yes.
So, and they'll just be small sections because Pam does do a lot of our filming for our MidlifePrices videos, and then she uses some of that in hers, and then I might use it in ours as well. So you might see the same stuff twice a little bit, but it should have a different feel to it because
and mine
I usually cut them up a little differently than she does.
Mine are way more ahead than his.
But yeah, we've said before, if you kind of want to know where we're at on a day-to-day basis, you should watch Instagram and Pam's channel. But ours will be a little more detailed, a little more edited, but they'll be a week or two behind,
And Craig was giving me a hard time, but I would like to say,
I think he's wrong.
If you think you can do a better job, then go
He's
right
wrong.
ahead.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Anyway, I can say that to Craig.
I think the work did pay off is the bottom line. So again, let's see. So there will be another truss video coming. It'll have a little different feel than that one did. I haven't edited it yet, but I might put a little more. I'd have to do it sort of as a voiceover, I think, but our last video wasn't as much of a how-to. I don't always do that on purpose. It's just kind of what happens with my videos usually. And the last one wasn't that much. So I might talk a little more about how or why we did some of the things we did, maybe, in case people are looking to see, how trusses, I don't know, little tips on how to install them or what they're about. So I might talk about that a little more than I did in this video. This video was really just kind of watching us do it. But hopefully it was funny. I mean, there was I thought a lot of funny stuff in there. So hopefully it was fun to watch. But
Craig and Nikki helped with the roof.
So we had Craig and Nikki come over for the sheathing this past weekend. So you'll see that a little bit down the road.
Got some funny moments in that.
So just to catch you up on where we're at, on Sunday, our friends Craig and Nikki came over. So it would have been me, Craig, and Nikki really doing the work. Pam was doing some filming. So with three of us, we did the sheathing basically up kind of the center of the roof. We didn't deal with the edges because that's where cuts had to be made. So we just did the full sheets. So we kind of traveled up the roof with full sheets, and we got all the way to we stopped one row short of the top row. Basically, we started at the low side and worked our way up, and we stopped one row short of the top row on purpose because you have to cut that plumb and to the right length and put a fascia board on there before you do the plywood.
It has been very difficult.
Yeah. We did when they got here
with the ladders.
We did the fascia board on the front, which would be the low side, the north side of our house. It's it's a good 37 feet, 38 feet, something like that across. So we did 4 10-foot 2x6s across that. We had to cut them up a little bit, but Craig and I put those on first. And then that's where we started our plywood, and we ran up the house, and Nikki and I were on the roof, nailing the plywood down.
Nikki was not afraid at all.
No, I'm super afraid of heights, so I did not like it. I was very uncomfortable.
And I definitely am afraid of heights.
Okay. So
what does that say?
I don't know.
Blah, blah. Okay.
So we got that much sheathing done. So that left. So then they left Sunday evening. And that left me for the next couple of days. I did the edges, so where I had to cut them to length, and I finished up the edges up to that next to last row. And then when I was done with that, I put the side fascia, which it's roughly about 32 feet on the side of the building. So I got 16-foot boards, 2x6s for that edge, and they had to be cut kind of, to that plumb line at the beginning and the end. I ended up calling a neighbor over, Doug. I hate it. Doug came over to help, which was nice. Their videos definitely. Oh yeah, they definitely are different.
I just realized that we look really tired. That's because we are tired.
You look really tired.
I got bags on it. I got a bunch of bags going on.
Promote load-bearing strawbale home.
You at the end. What?
I agree. To me? So David said, would love to see you at the end do an edited long-form how-to promote load-bearing strawbale home building. To me, infill straw homes make no sense. It's funny you say that
What's
because
infill?
where some would call it post and beam, where really it has a structure of wood and the straw is really just filler. It's really just there for insulation.
Oh, I see.
I tend to agree. I mean, it still makes good insulation, so I don't have a problem with it necessarily. But if you're going to build with straw, I don't know why you wouldn't just let it be load bearing. I tend to agree with that, and I think that's a good idea. I should make the case for that. Even though what we do, I'll have to admit, and I've said this I think before, what we're doing is a bit of a hybrid, right? Because of what we've done with the window and door
Foundation.
bucks.
Oh, I thought you
The
meant
window and door
entire
bucks. We do have
foundation.
wood structure
Yeah.
from top to bottom in a few places around the building. So, but I agree. I think it's the way to go. But so anyway, uh, I have what I have remaining on the roof is that last set of plywood, that last row of plywood. And I'll be doing this hopefully tomorrow. I have that last row of plywood and the fascia board that goes on that edge. Are you falling asleep?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're putting me to sleep. You're
So-
talking all this stuff.
Well, what do you
I'm
want?
sorry.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Just keep talking, I guess.
Oh, all right. Night night. So the last row of
sorry.
plywood and the
Sleepy.
fascia board on that end, which it's tough to raise a fascia board up there and with one person without trying to get that up there and clamp it or screw it into place. So I spent basically all day today, sadly, cutting plumb all the you could call them rafter tails or truss tail. I don't know if they call them tails, but
look
hey, Sherry.
who decided to show.
So all the ends on the front, I cut them all off plumb, but it was lower it's the low side of the
Sherry.
building. On the high side of the building, I cut them all off today. And as I said, I hate heights.
Woo!
So I took a long time today cutting those all off. I'm glad I was even able to do it, but I did it. So they're all cut off now. So they're ready to put that fascia board on the front of them, and it'll be plumb.
It was very scary.
So yeah,
it was scary for me.
I was on the truck bed on a stack of pallets on a ladder to the roof, and I did not like it.
I had to leave. I couldn't.
It was quite sturdy, actually, but it makes me uncomfortable, so I did not like it.
It made me very uncomfortable.
But I got it done. I did cut a nice straight line down the end of that side of the building, so it's ready for the fascia board and ready for that plywood. So hopefully I can finish that tomorrow, and I'm hoping tomorrow to do that last strip of plywood and the paper, the underlayment. So because we do have a chance, 30, 40 or something percent chance of rain coming Friday. So I got to get that covered. It was scary. It probably wouldn't have been. Oh, speaking of, yeah, when I called my neighbor yesterday to help me with these fascia boards, the long ones on the sides.
He is insured. Yes.
Yes, we are. We each are. So I called my neighbor over to help me, and he just runs up the ladder right to the top. He just runs right to the top of it and is like nothing's. It drives me crazy. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
So he's very helpful.
Oh, by the way, I got some good footage. We got some good footage of me climbing on the roof.
That was Craig videotaping?
Nikki was videotaping.
Oh, I haven't seen that footage yet.
Craig was walking me through.
So as bad as I am, I'll admit. So not only do I hate heights, but like climbing onto something or off of something, off is even worse.
Yes,
trying to climb off of something like a roof onto a ladder, it is so scary for me. So when I did it, the first time I came off the roof while we were doing that work, I was super slow and everybody was laughing at me and everything. We didn't videotape it. We probably should have. But apparently, as bad as I am, I think you're even worse getting on and off something like a roof because you hate it too. So apparently Nikki was
I don't like it.
filming.
But I did like it. Once I got up there, I was fine. I was
what a view. What a view. Awesome. I wish it was a deck up there. So
yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Hey, look, we've got 2 likes.
Oh, we've got 2 thumbs
where's
up.
The moderator.
Come on, guys.
Shirley's the moderator.
Come on, Mom. Tell me to hit that thumbs up. There went one.
What are we paying you? What are we paying you for, Shirley?
We're gonna dock your pay. So that's what's going on. So yeah, there is some progress that you haven't seen. Hit ye old thumbs up. I was on my roof for
I
almost an
was,
hour before I could
oh
talk
my,
myself into taking that first step up. It scares the
oh
crap out of
gosh.
me.
You
I
better
I
be
hate it so
careful,
bad.
Shirley. You're not, I'm not gonna say you're not a spring chicken anymore. You
Um,
Shirley's his mom.
so we're real close. Hopefully I can have the paper on tomorrow before we get any rain. So thanks, Tom.
Oh, thank you, Tom. You keep telling me, well, it's hard for me not to drive him crazy because I always think he's like saying, I'm going to get the roof done by this time. But then he doesn't tell me about 100 different details
No,
that has to happen in
the,
between those.
the funny thing is I do tell you all those details, and then like
Oh,
5 minutes later,
but I
you
don't hear
ask
them.
me exactly about what I just told you about, like I didn't even say it. So
Well,
I'll
sometimes
go into a long explanation of, oh, here's what I have to do. Like
you just answered your own question. I go into a long explanation because I don't, after the first couple
I told
words,
her about the fascia board. I told her about the lookouts. I told her about all this stuff, right, that had to happen before the plywood sheathing could go on. And every time she would talk to me before I had done any of these things, or maybe I had done one of the 2 or 3 or 4 things I needed to do or
you
whatever
lost me at
that I
long.
had explained to her, and she'd say, "What
Excuse
now?
me.
Why aren't you doing the plywood yet?" Just over and over again. So
Your
yeah,
mom's not liking that I said she's not a spring chicken.
you're you're
Sorry.
not a spring chicken.
I'm not a spring chicken
I am.
either. Hey, I think that your mom is much more brave than me about climbing ladders.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
remember the countertop? Remember
Oh
the
yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah.
situation where your mom jumped up on the counter and I was like, nope.
So I think that catches everybody up. So yeah, so what you've seen, what we talked about last week, I think was through the trusses, and now you've seen the first video of trusses. Hopefully, I put it out yesterday. There will be a second day of truss video. There will be
What?
uh,
Oh,
Jim from Green Dream Project,
special guest
and
stars Jim
yeah,
and
and
Don.
Don from Affordable Desert Living, and our neighbor Doug as well, but he does not have a YouTube channel. So that was the crew for day 2, and we put up 12 trusses, and we did it fairly quickly. I thought it went really well. The trusses went up really quite well. We did one set on a Sunday, and the rest of them on a Tuesday. So between a Sunday and a Tuesday, we did all the trusses. So that was good.
It's really starting to look like a house now.
It really is. It is almost completely closed on the roof. Like I
It
said, I
looks,
have one row of plywood to go.
and it's gigantic inside compared
Well,
to the RV.
yeah.
Oh, Heather was
Um,
like saying it was -5 degrees
Oof,
where
yeah.
they live.
Oregon? Are they Oregon or Washington?
Uh,
Washington?
I want to say it was Washington.
Could be Washington. Northwest.
I think. I don't know how they
Must be cold.
keep it warm in there. They
Yeah.
must have a lot more insulation than we do.
This it's funny, our trailer, our RV on the outside has a sticker that says no, it's Washington. Okay.
Aha.
It says Northwest Edition, which is Washington, Oregon, or whatever. That
Really?
you would think that would mean that it would have like extra insulation or something, but it clearly does not. It is I wouldn't call this a Northwest Edition. Um, but whatever.
Are we gonna keep it down to 30
Yeah,
minutes
so what I was
tonight
gonna say is,
and
yeah,
not have one next week?
that's pretty much
Because
everything I think to catch everybody up. And what I'm trying to do, as I said, I was trying to do it before Christmas, and I think I have a good shot. And that's partly because it's Christmas, and partly because we've got some potential rain coming. Um,
on Friday it
I'm
might
hoping to have it
rain,
done
but that doesn't mean
by
it
then.
will.
So that's what we've done up to this point, and what I'm hoping to do. I'm gonna take a breath once this roof is done. I do have to get the metal, but
The
I've done metal
inside seems
before.
to be
Um,
protected though right now,
yeah.
right?
So, well, I mean, I want to get the paper on that plywood on the roof because I mean, even though it can handle a little bit of rain, I don't
Oh,
really want
right,
it to get
right.
rained on.
Yeah.
So,
No, you don't want
morning
that.
coffee break over. Thanks for coming, David.
Happy holidays. Thank you, David.
But that's where we're at. And yeah, I was gonna say, if anybody has any questions or anything, shout them out. But we'll probably check out a little early tonight. And yeah, I think we're gonna probably, because next week is between Christmas and New Year's, I think we might take next week off. I'll put out a message on that day or something that I mean I'll officially cancel, I guess, the live, but I'll let you guys know. I think we're planning on skipping next week, just because of the holidays. So
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
I'll still
pretty,
try and get a
looks like
video.
there's not as
I
many
should still
people.
be able to get a video out, I think, but
Looks like there's not as many people tonight as normal. I
yeah,
mean,
we're a little low tonight, so there might be some people traveling or something.
yeah.
I know, like, somebody like
Well, Dawn's gone.
Dawn's gone, so,
Dawn's gone.
um, anyway, that's all I think we've got. I think that should catch everybody up.
Thanks, y'all,
That's what you have
for
to look forward to in videos. You'll see some more trusses and some sheathing coming up.
thanks,
So,
Sherry, Mom, Melinda, Dad, Tom, Heather, David, and y'all.
wow.
Everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah and a holiday, whatever you do. Thank
But,
you.
yeah, I think, that should do it.
I think so.
Everybody have a nice holiday. I think we'll probably won't see you for 2 weeks live, so but, enjoy your time. We'll talk to everybody the next time. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Signing off.